Hey, what's going on? Good morning, my YouTube family. This is your boy Mike Jackson with eXp Realty, based out of Orlando, Florida. So today I'm going to be talking about a seller's market, and what does that really mean to a lot of people. So what a seller's market is to the public perception is when sellers have the advantage over buyers, where there's more buyers than there are sellers, and sellers are able to maybe increase the price when they're selling their home and get more than max value, more than the appraised value, I should say, of their home, because buyers are willing to come out of the pocket and get that house. And that's what we're having right now in the state of Florida. It's a very hot market. Interest rates are super low, and there's a high demand for buyers and a low supply for sellers to sell their homes. So more buyers than sellers, basically. So what does that mean? Does that mean that you should wait and buy a house? Maybe wait until it settles down or hope the market crash again? Well, here's the reality, guys. We don't know what's going to happen in the future, but what we do know is if the market does crash again and the interest rates go lower or stay where they're at, you're still going to have a so-called seller's market. So waiting means all you're doing is risking the interest rates increasing, and if they increase and it balances it out, then you're paying more for a house. So the longer you wait, the more you pay for a house. If the market crashes and you pay less for a house, then you're still going to be in a competitive market. So either way, there's no such thing as a right time to buy. It's about maneuvering, adjusting, and strategizing in the market. So the market constantly changes, right? As a realtor, I have a different strategy and approach. I just did back-to-back closings this month, and I had no problem with the so-called seller's market right here in Orlando, Florida, because my buyers were able to approach things and take the coaching that I gave them, and they were able to get a house within 30 days, and we didn't get no rejections. And so what I'm telling you is you got to get with a realtor that has a strategy based upon the needs of your home. Now, as a buyer, you also have to be willing to be coached. You also have to be willing to take tips and go for the house that fits your needs the best as you can. Some buyers are very complicated because they want more than what they can afford. And the reality is, if you go in with that mindset, you're going to really miss out. You're going to be in line with everyone else trying to get a house that they can't afford, or they can afford, but then they're in a competitive market. So why go that route when you can go get an alternative and a house that's less competitive in markets that aren't the seller's market? So what's funny is seller's market to me is a general broad term. When you look at the market right here in Orlando or anywhere in general, there's so many places that not every single area in Orlando is super hot. Yeah, majority of the areas are, but not every single one. There are some isolated areas in surrounding cities, especially, that are not as hot. And you have a better chance. And I have alternate strategies. Now, I'm not going to give you my strategies right here on YouTube because there's so much to break down. There's so much that goes into it. But I do give my buyers that strategy. So for those that choose to work with me, I will give you those strategies, and I'll help you become a homeowner, no matter if the market is a seller's market or not. So keep in mind, there have been people who said when the market crashes, you can't do real estate as well because people lose their jobs. Well, obviously that's not the case. COVID hit. I don't know any other crash bigger than COVID. When's the last time you've seen Disney World shut down? And this is bigger than the 2008 crash. And guess what? Houses are flying off the roof even more during a crisis because when a pandemic hits, interest rates are lower. Their house prices slashes some. So people are more willing to buy. So people that wanted to buy homes in nice neighborhoods that they like, that were overpriced, they're now able to afford those homes with these lower interest rates. So it brings out different buyers. So again, guys, don't let the market dictate if you should buy a home or not. Make sure you dictate if you buy a home, because it's not about what the market does. You simply just have to adjust to the type of home that you want, and then you go get the home that you want. And that's the problem. A lot of people are not adjusting to the market. They're going into the market the same way they did when they bought a house 10 years ago. You can't do that. And if you do that, you're going to get those results of rejection after rejection. All your offers are going to get rejected. So that's why you get with a realtor who has strategies for you, and a good realtor will be able to get you the home that you desire, or at least close to what you desire within your means, if you follow their strategy. So I hope this video helps. Do not be intimidated by a seller's market, because I'm certainly not. It hasn't stopped me from doing business. In fact, it's increased my business. I've had more business in a higher competitive market than I did when it wasn't as competitive, because, like I said, when interest rates are much higher and everybody's kind of taking their time to buy, it makes it harder. But when the interest rates are lower, everybody wants to buy. It's easier because buyers want to buy. So, that's how I see it. That's my experiences. I'm not saying that's the rule for every realtor, but that's based on my experiences. So, even when the interest rates are high and it's a little harder or more challenging, it still doesn't stop me because, again, I adjust to the market. So that's the key thing. All right, guys, I hope you guys have a blessed day. I hope this video helped you, encourage you to go buy a house. Do not be afraid or intimidated by the market. All right, take care.